the threats of our lives and the demand of money began to grow.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some explosive allegations that have just hit the headlines, involving the controversial figure, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. If you've been following his story, you know it's been a roller coaster of legal battles and dramatic escapes. But this latest development adds a shocking new layer to the saga. During a recent live broadcast from his Enlightened Christian Gathering church, Prophet Bushiri dropped a bombshell. He has publicly accused a top-ranking South African police official, Deputy National Police Commissioner General Shadrack Sibiya, of being part of a massive extortion scheme. Bushiri claims that he was told millions were paid to make his high-profile fraud and money laundering case simply disappear.
The threats of our lives and the demand of money began to grow. It was in this moment when we were also visited by one of the police officers known as Mr. Paul. He was, I think, a Captain Paul, who said that the General of the Hawks, a department which these four police officers were coming from, would stop our case if we would give him something. I remember some of my team members going to have a meeting with this fellow general, known as General Sibiya. So much money was collected in the name of this general to stop this case. Instead of the general to stop the case, so it was corruption after another corruption. Problem, you go to the authorities, they also are demanding for something, to end something. I remember my team having a meeting with the then General of Hawks at his farm several times. Having meetings with him at his residence in Silverton several times. An attempt for our justice failed.
Let's break down what Bushiri alleged. He stated that he and his representatives had several meetings with General Sibiya, not just in official settings, but at Sibiya's private residence and even his farm in Silverton. According to Bushiri, the message was clear: cooperate, pay up, and the case would be stopped. In his own words, Bushiri said, "They told me General Sibiya would handle my case, and that if we cooperated, the matter would be stopped." Money was collected in his name. He didn't stop there. Bushiri implicated other senior Hawks officials in what he described as a pervasive network of corruption. He mentioned another officer, a Captain Paul, who allegedly confirmed that General Sibiya and his superiors had the power to make the entire case vanish for the right price.
It was in this moment when we were also visited by one of the police officers known as Mr. Paul. He was, I think, a Captain Paul, who said that the General of the Hawks, a department which these four police officers were coming from, would stop our case if we would give him something.
So much money was collected in the name of these generals who would stop this case, Bushiri declared during his broadcast. It sounds like a scene from a movie, doesn't it? He described a frustrating situation where, at every turn, officials were demanding money. It was corruption after another, he lamented. So, what did Bushiri's team do? According to the Prophet, they decided they wouldn't just be victims. They took their allegations to the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, or IPID. The plan was to set up a sting operation to catch the allegedly corrupt officers in the act. Bushiri claims they were ready to expose the entire scheme. But here's where the story takes another dark turn. Bushiri alleges that the sting operation was compromised. He claims someone from within the National Prosecuting Authority, the NPA, tipped off the officers, causing the entire operation to fail just before it could be executed. The consequences, he said, were immediate and severe. The very next morning, instead of the corrupt officers being arrested, Bushiri and his wife, Mary, were taken into custody. The very people who had taken the money came and arrested me and my wife, he explained. It has a stunning claim that the individuals he accused of extortion were the same ones who ended up arresting him. From his perspective, the system turned against him, making him the criminal instead of bringing corrupt officials to justice. Bushiri is framing this entire ordeal as a politically and financially motivated conspiracy. He insists that his flight from South Africa to Malawi was a direct result of this deep-seated corruption within the country's law enforcement and prosecution systems, which he believes made a fair trial impossible. He ended his address by saying, "I still believe in justice, but it cannot exist where corruption leads the system." These are incredibly serious accusations against high-ranking officials. As of now, General Sibiya and the other implicated parties have not publicly responded to these specific claims from Bushiri's broadcast. It's crucial to remember that these are allegations, and everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This story is developing, and we will certainly be keeping a close eye on any official responses from the Hawks, the SAPs, and What do you think about these shocking claims? Is this a desperate attempt by a fugitive to clear his name? Or is he blowing the whistle on a genuine corruption problem? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this update informative, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We'll be following this story as it unfolds. Stay safe and see you next time.